Hey, what's up, peeps? Welcome to another episode of Science of Stuff. Today, we're going to be doing a second episode about music, the science of music. So, check out our hashtag, man, hashtag SOS. And of course, my main man, SK95. We do this thing together. So, he's here. But he's got expertise today, actually, that he's going to be sharing with us because we're going to be talking about music, and he is a music producer outside of doing TV work. He's been producing for what now, 15, 20 years. He's been in front of the screen. I know, age, yeah. But he's got a few projects out, a few albums out. He's had a few projects through House Africa as well. So I just thought, you know what, he'd actually be a cool person to take us a bit through a journey of how music comes together. Because me, I live music every day. I listen to music every day. Whenever you're going to find me chilling, I'm probably playing something. So I love finding new beats. And someone will ask you, how do you decide whether a song is good or not? And one of the reasons for me I choose a song, besides the fact that the people who made it are super talented, is how it's made, the quality of the production. I don't care how big a song is, how much of a hit it is. If the production is crap, I'm not coming. That's just me. But it would be nice to find out why I feel that way. And the only way to do that is to find out how music is made. My guy,
How are you, man?
you good?
I'm all right.
Yeah, good to see you. Say match.
Yeah, no, we the memo. At least I got the email on time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as Mlu is saying, I think it's nice also to have a different approach to this type of topic,
Yeah.
and then address the conspiracy theories of,
Oh, there's conspiracies.
of
That's what
music
it is.
making. There's those myths that are running through the grapevines.
Yeah.
So that needs to be dispelled.
Sure.
And then
Sure.
maybe we must let people in on what's happening in the industry and what's not happening and what's happening that people don't know about. So there's just
Yeah.
a whole lot of things. So yeah, man, I think
Okay.
music making is a whole lot of stuff. It's not just softwares and
Yeah, I see
computers and
this.
stuff.
This is one of the softwares,
Yes.
right? So there's a reason. There's others, Fruity Loops. What's the other one?
Fruity Loops, there's Logic,
Yeah,
there's
there's
plenty.
quite a few.
There's plenty. There's new ones also. There's a one that has a stem separator, AI based ones that are
Oh,
now
new ones.
new
that have
ones
come
where
out
you
now.
just drop and drag something. It will separate the stems, and then
What are stems? What do you mean by that?
stems. By the way, are when a song has different channels,
Yeah.
like a drum channel, a piano channel,
Okay.
and maybe there's a bass channel. So when you're recording, you record stems, like you record different channels,
Oh, so
and then you
okay.
layer them together.
So basically, if someone has ever seen those big production desks
Yes.
with a lot of patterns and each line there is a channel. And
Yes,
each one of those channels is going to have a certain instrument or a certain sound. And you can control most the volume and up and
Yes,
down, how
yes.
loud you want it to be.
it's like making
Yeah.
a cake, man. There's that
Recipes.
There's layer. There's a lot of recipes, and then there's
Yeah.
layers and stuff. You layer
Okay.
the whole, and then on top you put the cream, and then you cherry,
Yeah.
and then there's sprinkle stuff. So music is like that also.
So this thing here basically replaces those analog, original, big desks with the buttons and all of
Yes.
that. So now it's all on the computer.
There's
Alright.
this thing is called a DAW, by the way, a DAW. So it's more digital stuff. It will take all physical instruments,
Yeah.
like a guitar, like your mixers, like your pianos, different kinds of pianos that you find in this thing.
Mm.
So when you have this type of thing and you have a computer and then you put them together, you are able to replicate like studios. Like
So you have a band basically in a box.
basically you have a big
Yeah.
studio like Dr. Dre in
In a
United States.
box.
And this one comes with a mixer called the SSL,
Yeah.
which is the world's most advanced mixer, which is huge and stuff. But now, because it's a digital thing, that mixer is endless. You can put
Anything on.
100 channels if
Okay.
you want to. You can stack up things. You can group them. There's something called a bus also. The
Yeah.
producers will know about it. A bus is basically a bus. Like a bus will group people inside. So that a bus here in DAWs is when you group channels and
Yeah.
then you group them into one channel. So let's say you are recording different drums.
Yes.
You have hi-hats, you have rides, cymbals, you have toms, you have the bass kick drum. And so after recording everything and all the channels for each drums, is you are satisfied with it, then you can group them into a bass.
And it almost becomes
now
one
it's a
sound.
drum bass.
Okay.
So when you fade it up, all the drums goes up, everything goes down. When you compress it, so there's a whole lot of words that I'm going to talk about.
Hey,
you can Google some of them, guys, because I can't describe them. I mean, I'm a self-taught producer. I didn't go to school for this thing. However, we learn these things along the way. So, so when music sounds nice and you're dancing to a piano there, and there's a lock drum, there's all these things. So there's a lot that takes place there, you know. Yeah, there's a lot technically that takes place. There's also a lot in terms of vibe that makes the song stand out, you know.
Yeah,
that's why there's a debate right now that's happening with Afrobeats, my piano. You understand?
Oh yeah, with the Nigerians and Ghanaians claiming that it's theirs. Hey, Soga.
So some people will hear something and then they will copy it. Like a lot of South African producers, they use free softwares, maybe put it that way.
So the free one doesn't come with the bogies.
They don't even know the box.
This one, is original. It was bought.
Yeah, they don't even know.
They don't even know how the box looks like.
Yeah, but also, like Hensa said, conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
it's another challenge also buying this type of things.
It's expensive.
Because this will go for about $400 US, 300, $400 US.
You times that by 20,
which will be like 5,000 to 6,000. Right?
Yeah.
You know, which is a lot.
Entry level programs.
So if you want a pro one, and also it might be more, and then you must buy like there's refills. Something called refills is different sound packs that you can buy, and then you get more drum sounds, more guitars, more pianos, and all that.
But I suppose it's a lot cheaper than building a whole studio.
Yes.
Yeah, right. I mean,
because imagine now you build a studio, you must have different types of kick drums.
And
now imagine you have one kick. That's why some people in studios, they used to put a blanket inside a kick drum to change the sound.
Yeah, my old man was a drummer. I used to see that.
So they would manipulate it. Maybe they would also manipulate it with microphones. Like they would record it maybe with slightly different microphones, put it from a distance, put it closer, make it muffled a little bit. And so you could, there's a lot of creative ways to kind of get sounds. Because I still record live instruments. Like if I can show people, I have a shaker. I have a live shaker. In the studio. I think Tabiso has one there. Behind it. Yes. I have a live shaker.
I see it.
Okay. Yes, that song that I did, Maliakala, early 2021. I used this live shaker. I didn't use the packs that you find inside. I used the live shaker. I also used a little drum there for some sound. So I would record those things because also there's producers like Kinyuki Takahashi from
is it Japan?
Japan. Yes, he's from Japan. He records sounds like he would have a fish oil bottle, would run something there, grrr, grrr, and then he records it on.
Oh, so there's teaspoon sounds.
Yes, teaspoons. He would bang the table and say boom, boom. That would be his kick sound. He would take something and then he would shake some, would feed 2 teaspoons and have another sound.
That's quite organic.
And he combine it and then he plays chords on top of that and it sounds amazing.
Okay.
So that will set you apart if you have your own sound pack. You create your own sound pack, you record your own sounds. Some will even record voices and manipulate them and make them sound cool. So yeah.
All right. I mean, one of the things that I would love to understand, is because now obviously this is digital.
Yes.
But in terms of sound, what would you say is the difference between the analog original physical discs and instruments and all of that, and then using something like this? In terms of sound, how do
you see with sound? I always say, when I describe analog and digital is more ones and zeros. It's
binary
ones, ones and zeros, binaries. It's programmed. Like it's like when you try to draw a line on your computer. If you try it with a mouse, you try to draw a line, and then the line doesn't go exactly the way you imagined it in your head.
Sure.
Unlike when you take a pencil and you put a page and you draw the line.
Okay.
So pencil is analog. The mouse is digital. I hope that makes
so. There's more human
sense.
control.
Yes, there's more human control. There's more feel. There's more. With your hand you can curve it the way exactly the way you want it. But with the mouse, if you zoom into that line, you will see there's little squares.
Sure.
Yes, pixels and other stuff. That shows you what digital is built. It's like bricks. When you build digital,
so it's not as smooth.
It's not as smooth and flowing as mud. Brick and mud, two different things, but they work together sometimes. So now some people will take analog and digital and put it together. That's why I say we can record a guitar in the studio with a digital software, and then now it sounds amazing because a guitar is an analog instrument. But once you record it, now it works with digital. And then so it sounds amazing. Tools. Yes. Now, when you have those synthesizers, you have all those digital sounds, effects, and all that. Now you mix them with analog or record a real piano. You can take a microphone, take it and record it. Luckily, microphones are analog and digital at the same time. Because microphones have a little cone inside, and that reflects the air that is the pressure that you put in the microphone. The microphone will judge the volume of your voice based on that. So, but then it will convert it into an electrical signal. Then it becomes digital.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not gonna get too technical. Yes. Now I'm learning. Now I'm being a layperson.
So it's like a camera also. When we are sitting here, there's lights. The lights are like digital, but they're emitting the light, which is analog. Bounces off our face. The camera has a digital sensor. So the camera is seeing the analog light, and then it turns that digital sensor. That analog light now turns into an electrical signal, which goes and get processed, saved into a SD card. Now it's a digital video.
I don't know about you, but it's going over my head.
You understand?
But I get to that. I get what you're saying.
Yes. So there's a lot of things that were analog, and remember back then they used to record with film. Which was analog. It was a physical thing that worked with light. You pen light through it, and then it would draw pictures and all that. You understand?
Sure.
And then it was physical. They could cut it with a scissor and then put it in some chemical. And then film in filling. They used to wash it for real. The film roll used to put it in there, wash it, and then put it into something, and then they would.
I suppose the same way they did with photographs.
With photographs, it was the same kind of thing.
Yeah, go on Google my 2000 because you don't know what we're talking about.
It was like a telecine machine that
Google Baba
converted all of that.
Yeah,
but it was all analog because there was no computer numbers or anything.
Sure.
So the image would be bent. Remember, we had that toy that you as kids would put your eyes in it, and then you would flick.
Oh, like the little camera. Yeah. I remember that. Okay.
So that thing would look like a movie, like you're watching things going. That was analog.
Man, we come from.
Now you have VR. That was VR there, visual reality. It started back then. Now you have VR, you take your phone, you put it into that whole thing, you put it in there.
Yes, now it's evolved into.
Now people are playing games, they're jumping off buildings and doing all sorts of stuff. We had that thing. We even had that voice thing that you had one tin of beans.
Yes.
And put a cable.
Yeah. And you could talk. Yeah, no, remember that.
That was analog. now I'm giving too many examples. But telephone, poles and cables.
Yes.
That was
analog. And now cell phones.
Yes.
Digital era.
Yes.
Well, at least I hope that helps you understand the difference between live music with live instruments and a physical studio. And then what you manage to do with the digital instruments as well. But, for me, I guess at the end of the day, we want to find out from you as a producer, what makes a song good? I mean, obviously, music is an art form. It's creative, so feelings.
Yeah, I'm going to be philosophical about this one. I'm going to be philosophical. The song has to have a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what kind of soul?
It's up to you.
Because some songs have this comic
Yeah, like it's a
That
vibe, but you're
comic
funny.
thing. Remember
Yeah,
that
yeah,
now,
yeah.
Nancy Stoko, John Vulicate.
Sure.
It had
Yeah.
some,
Funny
some
vibe.
catchy, funny vibe that went with it. And then those girls came and danced to it, and then it blew up.
Sure.
And then you have that cash content. It has a certain energy that
sure.
the song brings.
It's like a nursery rhyme.
Yes.
And the kids are singing along. Yeah, it's got that vibe.
And then you have jazz,
Sure.
which has its own soul. When Tutuzo Makatin will come and play his stuff, Chanchis will come and play stuff, and then you're like, wow. There's this cool song by Mandisi Chanchis, Mabapile.
Yes, Mabapile. Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful song. Yeah. It has a soul of its own. It's a prayer for the nation. Basically, you are praying for everybody who's going through the most, and you want them to live.
So basically, it shouldn't be fake. It should be real. Whatever you want to express.
So it needs to be intentional. A song needs to be. So don't just open a software and do. Yeah. So you need to know what you're saying.
Sure.
Because music is communication.
And the emotions come out through the music. You can express emotion. Sound can have emotions.
So if you go back to ancient times, people used to communicate with songs. Whether they are going to war or whether there's a wedding or whether it's you proposing to a girl or something,
Yeah, there's boys to men.
Yes. So people used music to communicate feelings.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, music is it's an avenue for communicating feelings.
Sure, expression.
It's a highway for feelings. It's there. So if you want to express yourself, whether you are angry, because the songs that were sung under distress. You know that song Senze Nina. That song was sung during tough times, apartheid. And even today, when you sing that song, even if you don't know what really happened to only 2000 or whatever,
you can tell it's a sad song.
You can feel that somebody was under distress, serious stress.
Sure.
And they were singing that song, What Did We Do? You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what makes music. And then there's a lot of youngsters who got it right. There's Bikos Mana. I don't know if you know these kids. There's this Dreadlocks kids.
I'm still learning. There's a new artist every 3 months.
They went to America Got Talent, I think.
Oh, for real?
They went there and they performed for Jennifer Hudson and stuff. Those kids have managed to capture the soul. Whatever song they sing, they can bring it to life. You understand? And it's not even about the guitar that they're playing or the piano and stuff, but there's something in between that holds these things together. Because everybody can buy a guitar, everybody can download the software. Well, we know some people they crack stuff.
Bootlegs.
But then there's people who are able to bring all those elements together.
Yeah.
And put that soulful glue in between, and then song becomes magic.
Is there a song that you think, okay, because that's the philosophical side of it, which I think everyone can relate to. We all, listen to music and we get attached to songs depending on what emotion they are. When you're feeling sad, there's a song that you like to play.
Yes.
When you're feeling happy, there's songs you want to hear only when you're drunk. You know what I mean? There's all these different kinds. But in terms of technically, because we philosophize now, but from a technical aspect, as a producer, what makes a song a good production?
I think also if you are able to tune between being a producer or being a listener also, because all great producers are good listeners. Like Pori is a great listener. He's got an ear for sound, whether it's hip hop, whether it's like my piano and whatever. Pori can hear something that a lot of people can't hear.
Sure.
And then he knows how to bring those type of people. He doesn't even need to make the song himself. There's conspiracy theory that Pori does not make the music. The young boys in his studio. And I can say, even if it's like that, but he's there to pull things together. He's got that glue.
He can direct the project basically to where it's supposed to be.
Because there's those people who are producers and they stand there and they're like, oh, can we get a pianist? They get a so-and-so. Can we get a guitarist? They get it so-and-so. They get this vocalist. They put them together. And then that's music making.
So that's also being a producer.
Yes. That's
All
being a
right,
producer.
we're gonna get into that because
Yes.
I'd like you to break it down for us. What the difference? Because we hear a lot of things in the
Yeah, because
industry.
there's been a composer, there's
Yeah,
an
there's a whole
author,
lot.
there's an arranger,
Yeah.
there's so a song can go through a lot of people.
Different people.
Understand? But yes, there's one person who had the main idea and who brings everybody together.
Yeah. But in terms of the song itself,
Yes.
what makes it a good song?
It's the people.
Is it just the people?
It's the people.
So it's not like something like you're gonna say the way the song is arranged or the instruments used.
There was
It's
a
just
song. There was a
whoever.
song called Maputo by DJ Stungero from Nelspruit.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, I remember that song. Everything was
That
off
was the
key.
workest song. That was the workest song technically.
Yeah,
Technically, get me right. Technically, it was the workest song we could ever. It has just a bass line.
Yeah,
And it's
man, that song was so big.
That
it
song
was the
made-
song of the year. They had the
Yes.
summers in
Yes.
2008 or something. 2000.
But you see, that's the thing. So, but who am I to say it's the workest song?
Yeah.
Because
So,
it made people dance
yeah. So,
everywhere. And people have memories now of that song.
sure.
They can tell you, yeah, that song made.
I guess you could say the same about
Listen, that-
Sister Bettina. I mean,
You understand?
That's a crap production, but it's a huge song. Yeah.
So the people make the song.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great songs that are chilling in CDs right now. They've never been heard.
Yeah, even though it's this wonderful production.
It's a wonderful
but
production.
No one cares.
No one cares. You know?
So essentially, what you are saying to me is that we don't have to care. We just have to make songs that will move people.
Send your message. That's what I'm saying. Music is.
So then, what's the point of an engineer then? Like
So music
to
is
do
like
mixing
social
and
media.
mastering. If it doesn't matter in the end.
You see where now you're coming with the music mastering and that is just the preparation of. It's like when you write your SMS, you check spelling, right? Punctuation and emojis and all those things. Or else you're just going to type gibberish and send.
Just send it there.
So even with music, sometimes you can type gibberish and send, and then it will trend.
Yeah.
And the next thing you are a celebrity.
But talking nonsense.
You understand? There's people who trend for talking broken English.
Yeah.
You understand? They trend now. They are celebrities because they were talking broken English.
All right. You see, SK now is changing my mind. This whole time, I've been telling people, spend more time on your music, refine your music, like try and go for excellence. Make sure the engineering is good. Make sure the arrangement is good. Make sure the mastering is good. Well, SK just told me that now that actually,
But the
Just put out that song.
but the radios told us how many piano songs are mastered.
No, for sure. Radio
Very
does
few,
play
very
quite a
few
few
songs.
badly produced
Yes,
songs.
but because people love them, they have to play them.
Sure.
They have no choice. Some are even making it to the adverts and all these big productions. They start mastering it afterwards now. They're like, okay, now let's master it because it has to meet certain standards.
Yeah.
But before, some kid just exported the song, played in the party, and then girls were doing their thing.
It's actually one of the things that, because I mean, I'm a piano, for example. From the beginning, I've been listening because I'm on the radio. I've been doing dance shows. I was interviewing these kids from the beginning, from 2016, 2017, when it all started. Because I had heard the music in a random car I was passing.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard it before. So I went to the guy who was playing. I'm like, yo, what is this music you are playing? That's got a piano playing throughout the whole.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm a piano. And then, started getting the guys to come into studio to explain and play live sets about this. But what always put me off was the quality of technical production, where I was like, listen, this song is cool, but I can't listen to it. It makes my ears hurt because it's off key. It's not mixed properly. It's not mastered. But then I guess I'm just a snob. Because your average person doesn't care. Maybe I'm just a snob.
And you're not wrong, though. But that's why I'm saying this now comes to taste also. That's why I'm saying the people are the ones that make. There's songs that are well engineered by producers that are also engineers. Like you have, I can mention a few. You have Da Capo, you have Chima Music. Chima is a sound engineer.
Yeah.
He even engineers for other people.
Yeah.
Then you have people like Meda and those they take their time to get into their craft when it comes to engineering and the post-production of the song. You understand? There's Kelvin Momo now. Kelvin songs, you can hear he's got a sound of his own, and it's a piano, but it sounds nice. His sound is big, and and those people, they bring in their own sound there, and then it creates a taste. Now there's certain people who like that Kelvin Momo sound. There's people who like Kabza sound. There's people who like this one sound. There's people who like, but also most artists, as they get into the industry and they start making money, now they take their craft to the next level.
Because now you can afford to.
Because now you can afford to pay mastering engineer. You can afford to pay the recording guy. You can actually stop recording yourself and get a recording engineer, and then direct now and say, yeah, come.
This is what needs to happen.
Do this, do that.
All right, so let's get to that point of the conspiracies in the game.
Yes.
Because we always hear it. I mean, someone will talk about Drake and say, no, Drake has got a ghostwriter, therefore he's not a legitimate rapper. And you're like, yeah, but musicians do have songwriters. It's not like it's a... But I know in hip-hop, you're supposed to write your own
stuff.
That's the vibe.
It's supposed to be your ideology.
And when it comes to... electronic music as well. Right now, I mean, if you want to be a DJ that's touring the world, you have to be a producer. But there's this assumption that you are good at both, and you can't. No. I can count the number of producers who are good DJs, and I can count the number of DJs who are good producers. It's a very rare combination to have. But now you're expected to do this thing, right? But then there are people who actually do the work. I don't know if we can... Okay, we'll show it on the screen. But these softwares, when they appear on the screen, there are people who can work on them, like with SK. You can work on the thing.
Yes.
Then there's someone like me who's got a music ear. Can I call myself a producer even though I can't work with the software?
Yes, like I said, you can call yourself a producer because you bring people together to fulfill the whole idea and the shape and the sound and all that of the song.
So basically, the producer is the
one
project
who pays, the one who pays for the project. Yes, they produce.
Okay, and then you say the person who makes the beats. What do you call that person? A beat maker or what?
Yeah, it can be a composer.
Yeah,
it can be a composer. They're part of the composers.
Composition.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's other people.
Because there's also somebody who wrote that. There's people who write music. Like sheet music.
Oh yeah, the original Beethoven vibes.
Authors, yes. They author the song, and then somebody comes, and then now they play that thing. Like in an orchestra, somebody would write the whole piece.
Yeah.
Now the players, they come. He wrote this, he wrote that, and you have to come follow that whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when that paperwork becomes important now for those splits and details, because all these things apply.
Yeah.
All right. So,
but conspiracy theories say some people they cheat the system. They lie and say I did all of that, even when they know. They don't credit the small guys who are clicking.
So the problem is the lack of crediting more than actually calling yourself a producer.
Yes, but it's also branding that works, because you have artists that are popping, and they're out there, they're known, and then now when you are working together, that guy will say, if I put Mlu's name there, it's not gonna add value to the whole thing. So rather Mlu becomes a ghost producer, and then I put Tabiso there as the main artist.
Sure.
And then Tabiso is known as a DJ, has been playing around. Then the song goes because it's Tabiso's song.
So all the taboo is pretty much about the lying, not necessarily not having the thing. So if you lie and say I did the whole project, that's when it becomes a bit of a scam.
Yeah, this whole thing started back in the days, when there was compilations. Compilations used to make stars. So a lot of producers, a lot of DJs, by the way, they used to take a number of songs, put them together, and then mix them, and then release them in a CD under a certain label. And then so they would license those songs. So it would be songs that they don't own. So they would just license, like borrow the songs for release, and then they sell the copies, and then they pay back the money, the royalties to the owners of the songs. So it was
Were
a big
they
thing.
allowed to tag those songs as their own? If you
Yes.
license a song, can you put your own name on it?
No, they didn't put their own names. If you go back to compilations, I do have a lot of CDs. Maybe I can pull one CD here.
No, why I'm asking this is because on the albums, it showed the original artists.
Yes.
But sometimes on the radio, you'd hear radio DJs back announcing, DJ Fresh, Summer Days.
Yes.
What is that all about?
No, radio DJs were lazy back then.
To actually look good.
I don't know whether they were lazy or it was another strategy of just pushing.
I think it was trying to make us think it's their production.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Because even with jazz songs, like if you listen to jazz songs, I remember when you were still doing the lounge show, you had sister after your show, she was doing jazz, and how they back announced the songs. They mentioned almost everyone.
Yeah.
They were just short of mentioning the cleaner of that studio.
Yeah, they do break it down quite.
The studio was cleaned by so and so before they recorded the vocalist and all that. So they used to explain everything.
Yeah.
So when it came to pop radios and commercial music, so they tend to be lazy and say that's Lady Gaga, and then they don't mention featuring so and so and so and so and so and so. So with compilations, DJs. It would be SK95's compilation, and then you would have certain producers there, Chama Music, so and so and so and so and so, who did the tracks.
Yeah.
So somebody would be lazy because it's my compilation. So all the tracks there, they say, yeah, that's SK song, that's SK song, that's SK song.
All right. I'm going to put you a bit on the spot here. Who for you is a producer that kind of defines what you think is a great producer? Do you have one of those or a handful of those that you think, if someone wants to hear a really good producer, go listen to that person?
Yeah, now that's putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
But there's producers that I had the privilege of being close to work with and spend some time with, like Da Capo, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, Da Capo was one of those producers that didn't play a lot of keys and stuff like himself, like in terms of a pianist and stuff. So he would program stuff, like slowly play the chords, slowly put them together. And yeah, if you didn't know, you would think it's an amateurish way of doing it.
Yeah.
Until you hear the complete project. Then like he had that whole thing and still has that whole thing of putting things together and taking sounds that are meaningless, put them in a song and give them meaning. So if you go back, especially his old production, still relevant even today. There's a lot of songs. I remember there's a one remix that he did for me, a broken beat called Leaking Waters.
Oh, I remember that song.
That song is completely different from everything that Da Capo does. So at first I could not understand, like, what the hell is he doing? Because we knew him with Afro tech and all that whole thing.
Yeah.
But then he managed to do a broken beat song, and a soulfully broken beat.
He does have that Aquatone brand.
Yes,
which is
yes.
I know Da Capo is, I mean, the dude is an international DJ producer. So, I mean, you know, and he's been making good music for a while. So, okay, I mean, you know, it's nice to have someone to go and listen to so that you can hear, especially if you're trying to get into production, just to get your ear, you know, accustomed to quality production.
And I think he inspired a lot of producers without my knowledge if they were inspired by him or not, but I can hear their sound.
That's
the sound is saying Da Capo.
Yeah, it's like I can hear Kulo the song in people's songs.
Yes.
When it's like, no, this is Kulo.
There's a good producer right now, Chronicle Deep.
Yeah. Chronicle Deep.
Really I hear a little bit influence of Da Capo.
Yes.
Because Da Capo went to, you know, Da Capo, Sanel musician.
Yeah.
They went to that electro sound earlier on.
Sure.
When everybody was still fiddling around and they went deeper, you know, they created their own sound back then.
It's like Coffee.
So a lot of people,
like Black Coffee, I can hear kind of music.
Yes.
German label, kind of Abo and Me, and
you know, like Black Coffee, Six Pantwini, Shorter.
Yeah.
shorter. And there's this friend of mine, uh, from Pretoria. Let me not mention. Maybe I'm not getting the name correct. They have the same sound.
Sure.
They have the same sound, and I understand why we play Coffee and Shorter would have the same sound.
Yeah, they all came from the
had
same.
Shana.
Yeah.
Even Demo also they have that sound, and you can tell it's something they were taught at school.
Like, because they did go to production school.
Yes, right? Yes. So they have that whole it's more like Afro electronic sound, and they are very true to that sound, and they go with it. And then I'm yet to see a lot of people try and copy that. I think Kulo was inspired by that. He took from that and then he made it more international, by the way.
Yeah.
Because Kulo was the first guy to produce songs that did not sound like South African, but sounded African.
My view is that there's no South African Afro tech without Kulo the song. Kulo, for me, is the guy that started the whole thing.
Because that album with Bright Forest, he
was doing festivals before our DJs even knew they could go and play festivals. He was already doing underground festivals. Yeah, so shout out to Kulo the song. I know he's a bit weird for a lot of people musically. But man, if you pay attention to what he's doing and you're listening and you're hearing the animal noises and you're hearing tribal, deep tribal, he was on the tribal tip,
But also about Kulo, he is true to his music. He leaves whatever is said in the music. You can see it through the way he presents himself. Yeah. So he's a full package in a way where you hear these songs and you see him, you're like, oh, that's the guy. That's the guy who made this.
Yeah. So it goes back to that honest expression because he does portray himself as a spiritual guy, and that spirituality comes through the music.
Yes.
Kind of like Bodhisattva,
on that tip. Same tip. Yes.
All right. Well, if you're not an Afro house lover or Afro tech lover, go search the names on Google. They're there. But I mean, it applies basically across the board to any music. We just picked producers within the electronic space we're in. But all right, so let's get to just the separation between. You said in the beginning that you are self-taught.
Yes.
What do you think you would have gained from going to school for music production, engineering, or whatever?
I would be advanced now in playing the piano. I posted a clip. I posted a clip a few days ago. I was playing some song on the piano. I'm currently learning the piano. My daughter is learning the piano, so I took advantage.
Starting young, I
took advantage. Also followed a few steps. I'm learning how to play. So
he's actually got a piano in the house.
Sometimes you have ideas, but you can't express them like in a musical way, and then that idea sometimes goes away very quickly if you can't play. So producers like Chama Music, he plays the piano before he could actually produce. So after learning producing, then it was easier for him to do that transition to softwares and all that. Because now he was
can play whatever is on your mind.
You understand? All the ideas can.
I would need. There's this new thing that they have. I don't know what it's called. But you can make sounds with your mouth.
With your mouth, yes, I saw. That's another software.
That's for me.
Yes.
I can go there and then change it to a
That's another software. Yes.
I'm like, that's the one.
Now there's even fader. I think it's called fader. That's a stem separator.
Yeah.
So you can it remixes songs for you.
Wow.
It's an AI. It's an AI DAW. It will separate things for you. You can choose. I want the house remix, and then it just
creates a house track.
Yeah. So we are at that point now where technology can make its own stuff.
Yeah. But as you say, technology doesn't have soul. So at the end of the day, the music still needs to have a bit of soul in it.
And also, there's a AI. Applications that can take your voice and create a song, like make it sing, even if you can't sing.
Wow.
So it can take your voice and sing a song.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we went from auto-tune.
Yeah, now to another level.
Yeah.
Now anyone can have a song.
So is there still value then in people going to school for music if you can just use an AI?
One thing about AI, it's like an automatic car.
You still have to learn how to
You
drive.
still had to learn how to drive and how to follow the rules and all of that.
Yeah,
Because
that's actually a good analogy.
because people think of AI as something new. AI has been there since
it has. It's actually 30 years.
The voicemail was AI.
Yeah.
Because it took it took a message for you. You understand? So it was technology. It's like artificial intelligence. It's like having to leave your voice there and say, "Hi, I'm Mlu. Leave your voice message and I'll get back to you." That's artificial intelligence because you are not there. Something is answering on your behalf. So it's just advanced now.
So it's new to us, but AI has been around.
It's been there for a long time. So it's been advancing and advancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like now with AI and music and video making, have you seen those AI generated videos?
Oh yeah, you can still tell it's AI, but it's really good.
But it's getting better and better every day.
Yeah.
But the scary part is the responsibility of people using those things, because now somebody can create a video of you shooting someone and then spread it on, and then now all of a sudden there's a panic and people think of you in a different light.
So,
or even worse, they can show you with some lady of the night somewhere,
things happening,
doing things.
So you can pretty much fake anything right now. So tell me about the human voice, because I know, for example, I mean, with dance music especially, I mean, things can get quite electronic and industrial in sound, and the human voice is not there. But the recording of the human voice, like, what are some of the technical things that are involved in recording? What's the most important thing in making sure that vocal comes out amazing? Obviously, the person needs to be able at least to sing somewhat.
Yeah. No, I think the recording, it's another. It's you trying to capture the voice to sound as normal as possible, but as nice as possible. Because I think now we mentioned things like autotune. You know, people have now made everything electronical. It's more digital now because you just put in your voice, you put autotune,
and it can even adjust your keys.
It adjusts everything.
Things, yeah.
But then it makes everything sound the same. If you listen to a lot of my piano songs, they use autotune. And then even the Lekompo, Bomakadzi and King Monada and stuff, they use a lot of autotune there. But then that it limits your uniqueness, because now everybody's gonna sound the same.
It's a template basically that everyone's using.
And everybody sounds, now you can't tell, is it Prince Benzo, is it Makadzi, or is it so and so? Now it makes it simple, it makes it difficult. But people are liking it and they're dancing to it. However, like I said, with taste, there's people who want to hear the aesthetics, the harmonics, the what, and the this and that of your voice.
Yeah.
Hence, I mentioned people like Mandisi Chanchis. You know,
it sounds quite raw.
He's raw
original,
and it's him.
Sure.
You understand? It's him. You have someone like Zoe Mudiha. There's a lady called Zoe Mudiha. She's raw. She went to art school. She studied, and now she's performing. You can tell all those things that she studied. Like, wow, okay, this is a professional.
Sure.
You understand? Because that adds a layer on top. It's like me cooking pap and a chef cooking pap. You know, a chef will cook pap, but it will also take it an extra mile. Sure. You understand?
To make it their own.
You might find pap with sweet corn and there's another and the yellow dye and all those things. And you go, wow,
that's good.
Is this pap? You understand? It's still pap, but it's on another level.
Sure.
You know? So that's what happens also with vocal recordings. So that's why you have different types of microphones. Some people record with phones.
Yeah,
they record the vocals with phones and then they put auto-tune and it sounds okay.
So but it's still a bit empty because it doesn't have that whole fullness of a
And then you come to studios like the SABC, they have like those rifle mics, the Sennheisers, high-end microphones. You come to Metro FM, they have high-end microphones. When you hear Wilson P doing his thing there,
it sounds
like
you get the whole thing.
You understand? It creates, that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference when you compare Metro FM and some community radio with cheap microphones. Then you hear, okay. Now you hear the ambience, you hear the voice, you hear the bass. Remember the late Edizondi when he was doing his thing there. You hear he captures the moment because of that microphone was playing a role. And those microphones have a range.
Right.
That's why somebody can sit next to it or can sit far and still be able to be audible. You understand?
Wow. So to record voice, your equipment is very important.
Equipment is highly important. And the room also. Hence, when you are in a studio, there's treatment. You treat your room.
All these paddings.
Yes, when you snap your fingers, you must not hear it many times.
So it kills the echo.
Yes, it kills the echo.
Yeah.
So they try to kill the room as dead as possible. Yes, like some people insulate their studios, so they'll put another layer of a wall and put some sponges inside and put other things, and then they would put 2 glass doors here on the door, and then put something in between, and some people studios, you'll see the glass is skewed. Most the glass of the studios, they skew it. You know why? Glass is very reflective of sound. So when it's skewed, it bounces, it goes different direction, and then it cannot make an echo.
Wow.
So sound treatment is very important when it comes to vocal recording. But some people would get into a wardrobe and put the clothes apart and put a blanket and you record.
And it still insulates.
It still insulates.
Okay. So you see, there's a little trick there.
There's no. Yeah. Or take a mattress, put it on the wall here, take something else, put it there, sit there.
Yeah.
Mattress will absorb a lot of vibrations.
So, and we spoke about auto-tune as well in terms of treatment of voices. But I've also heard of something like adding reverbs and all that.
Yes.
That's also part of just making the voice more lively and fuller.
Right. So reverb is basically, we are like ladies. Ladies, they shave off their eyebrows and then they throw a
makeup. Yeah.
So even with music production, that's what you do. When you treat the room to kill reverb and echoes and all that, then you put them back in.
Oh, okay. So you put in your own makeup.
Yes, you put their own makeup.
All right.
So basically, you undress that thing to dress it again.
Okay.
So when you undress it, you want to get it as raw as possible.
Sure.
Yes, because
rebuild it.
Because what you record now, you cannot, it will be difficult to treat if you record it with all the noises and stuff.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Just to get to a wrap up, is it still worth it for someone to go and buy these programs, become a producer, build studios? All these things. Why I'm asking this is because we're always told that the music industry is on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
It's going to hell. But what is the life of a producer within that? Because we hear artists complaining, you hear record labels complaining, but you hardly ever hear conversations from the beat makers and producers themselves in terms of how the industry is going for them. So is it still worth it to be a producer?
It's worth it to be a producer, especially if it's your calling. There's people who cannot ignore this thing because
I can't ignore radio, man. I've tried DJing. I've tried. Like
you'll be sitting there, and then ideas will be ringing in your head, and you need to pour it somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's worth it in that way. And buying softwares, if you can afford, I would advise do that. If you can afford to buy software, buy a software. Buy legitimate software. It will allow you to go and exploit it as much as you can. And you can even add other stuff. When you buy an original one, there's addition stuff that you can add there. There's things that you can do. There's extra packages that you get in the softwares. And sometimes they even, when I bought this one, it was Risen 10. And then they offered a free update to Risen 11. This one that I'm using now, 11. And now I bought 13. And now I'm using 13 on the other machine.
Sure.
You understand? So that way I'm able to exploit it the way I want, and there's no limitations because now they are smart, the software creators. With the introduction of AI, they introduced new securities.
So you can't just crack it anymore and find it on. Yeah, because you could find this online cracks. It's like a code that people share. And then you can just...
Now you struggle.
Yeah.
Now you struggle because people are excited of AI is going to help them do this and that. And the very same AI is going to help the software creators to protect their software.
All right. So, I mean, you use Reason, right?
I use
I
Reason,
mean, with obviously the boxes
Yes.
there, but is there any reason you chose this? Any reason?
Yeah, there is a reason.
Why did you choose this one?
There's a song I called 10 Years of Reasoning.
Yeah.
Like I was also trying to be smart with the labeling. You know, because I met a gentleman by the name of Mahlatsi Matole back in 2005. And then he was studying music at Tshwane University of Technology. And I was doing versatile broadcasting, radio and TV presenting. And then I was the Wednesday DJ there at the radio station. And then he had some of the productions that I did in my mix. I put some of the songs that I did. I was using EJ Studios then. It was some cheap, free software. And then he was like, "Hey man, I see you like production. You must come to my studio." And I went to his flat in Sunnyside, and he had a keyboard, a MIDI keyboard, something like this. He had a MIDI keyboard. He had a computer, and he had Reason. That was Reason 2.0, I think. Reason 2.0. Now it's on Reason 13. That was 2.0 back then. And then we made a song the very same day. It's a song called Malisela. Julian Gomez did a remix of that song. That was my first official song that I made in studio. I just got there within a few hours. That guy was like, program drums. I was like, I don't know how to do it. Showed me. Put this here, put this there. And then we ended up producing music. And then he gave me the software. And then I managed to install it to my PC. Then went to Reason 3. It went 2.5. It went to 3. And then I went to Reason 4. Then I got stuck at 4 because now there was no more free cracked software. They had a dongle that they introduced that you must buy. It's a key for the software. Then I jumped from 4 to this one.
Okay.
My brother bought me this one. His birthday present, and from this one, and then I ended up now buying all the other
ones. You're still just gonna upgrade it,
because now I got a taste of using the original one, and then it gives you that.
So it's a matter of taste which program you use. Really, it's not really anything.
They are all the same.
That's all.
They're all the same. They all use the same kind of techniques in terms of challenges. Like it has a mixer. There's something called a mixer here that you can create channels here.
Oh, so that's what we were talking about in the beginning. Kind of replace those desks, mixing desks, they used to call them. Yeah.
So you see, I can create as many channels as I want here.
Oh, so these are the channels.
Yes, these are the channels in here. So you can put in all the instruments you want. And in one channel, there's a whole lot of things. It's called an SSL mixer. It's the one that Dr. Dre uses.
But it's
the legendary
form.
Yes, but this is a digital form of it. So this will have a section where it's a compression section, a dynamics, where you can compress, you can put a gate. And a gate is what they use when let's say you're recording vocals. So where somebody is not singing, the channel will close itself. That's why they call it a gate. So that there's no external noise that comes in. And then you would have a compressor here. Compressor will help you boost the lower vocals, and then it will also crop the louder parts of the song to make it sound audible the way you want it. And then there's after dynamics, there's EQ. EQ, it's equalizer, like you say. So you will click here, and then you get an EQ here.
Oh, and that's where you can balance the different
sounds. It'll show you different frequencies.
All right.
So, human beings, we can only hear certain frequencies from maybe 20 kilohertz all the way to like what, 20 hertz or something. That's the spectrum with your ear that can hear.
Yeah.
So anything below or beyond that,
it's not going to be
audible. Right. So this thing will help you tweak things. So if there's any frequencies that you feel they are lower, you can pull them up. If there's ones that you feel they're higher, you can pull them down. Okay. And then there's so many gadgets here.
So how do you get the doof?
The doof, there's something called red drum.
Yeah.
Yes, there's something called red drum. And then you just basically you drag and drop things. You can drop this thing here. It's called a red drum. And then you can get a doof doof from this thing. You can load different types of drums, whether it's a kick drum.
Okay.
It's like a drum set basically. It's just that they put it
It's all in a digital form.
Well, digital form.
I don't know. Yeah, there's like screens here with different programs.
Yeah, so
we don't want to get too nerdy, but because it also just goes over my head sometimes.
Yeah, no.
But it's such a cool thing to be able to look at how songs come together, what the thinking is behind it, what the producers are thinking, how the vocals are recorded, so that you can kind of have a bit of a feel for how your favorite song came together. Yeah. And also maybe give you something to go and listen to. Like your favorite song, go and listen to its production and just hear whether everything in the song is coming together nicely. It makes sense.
Something sticks out.
Yeah, you might find that your favorite song is badly produced. But anyway, as we said, it's just me being a snob, worrying too much about the technical production. But that's just who I am. I can't listen to a song unless it's well produced, well engineered, well arranged, and the vocalist, whoever is singing, is a good singer who can hold their keys. Those things are important to me. But at the end of the day, music is art. It's up for interpretation. Love what you love, man.
Do you want a fun fact?
Yeah.
You know Sister Bettina, eh?
Yeah.
That song was embedded inside Fruity Loops.
Sure.
So every Fruity Loops comes with demo songs. So it had a demo songs. Gina Jackson.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a Gina Jackson
so they took
song.
that demo.
So they took that melody.
Yeah.
And then they put a drum.
Even Aliyah,
even Aliyah, yes.
Yes. Okay.
So they took that and then they
added Hibidi.
Yeah, and then the Hibidi. There's a lot of songs. I think even Bojo Mujo, he used to sample some of the voices that were found in there.
Okay.
You know, there was that rainbow song. Your love is like a rainbow. Yes. So they would take those samples and then just put a nice beat and put some chords and then put it out there.
Yeah.
And at the time, people did not know.
No, we didn't. We didn't. We just thought
people did not know, and it worked. Well, made memories now.
So this thing comes with a whole lot of samples and instruments and all those things. You don't have to add.
There's people whose work is to create sample packs.
Sure.
Yeah, somebody would sit here and create different sounds, keys, and this and that, and then make a sample pack, and then they sell it online. Okay. People can buy that, and then they can make songs out of those sample packs. Yes.
Well, here we go, man. Making music may not be as technical as we may think. It could be a lot of fun. I just don't have the patience to sit in front of a computer for hours on end creating a beat. He does. He'll sit here 12 hours, 16 hours. I can't. But hey, that's why we make friends. You know what I mean? So that they can do that stuff and you can do other things. Right?
Yeah.
Well, is that it? Is there anything else that maybe we've missed?
No, I think that covers it all. Yeah, that covers it all. Yeah. Unless if you have any questions, comment section.
Yeah.
Ask questions. We'll try and answer as much as we can.
All right. Cool, man. Otherwise, save your friends from listening to shit music, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe.